Hi guys, it's Andrea here with Create Your Future. In today's video, I would like to talk with you about the roadmap I used to create my dream life. But before I start to do that, I would like to let you know that Create Your Future is giving away a free course, how to find your blocks to manifest anything what you want fast. You will find the links in the descriptions below. Also, if you would like to work with me on one-on-one coaching, you will find the link in the descriptions below. So I would like to share with you guys you called roadmap what I used when I understand the concept of manifestation and how I reached my desired outcome. Of course, when you reach one of your desired, many other desires, they're gonna come, so we start to create our dream lives. That's what I want to talk with you about it today. First of all, for me, it was very important to understand that we manifest our life even if you like what it's in our life at this moment or not. That was a big one for me because it was a lot of unwanted circumstances in my life, and it was very hard for me to process how can I be responsible for something like that. I don't believe that I was intentionally creating that life. So then I understand, no, I'm not doing that intentionally. My subconscious mind is creating my outer world, the 3D reality, and we are not aware of our subconscious, and those are very deep programmings what runs inside of us since we were born and we grow up and all that. So we have that deep programming what it's running our subconscious mind, and it's manifesting outside our energy field. Stay on that level where we are manifesting not so pleasant or unwanted situations. After I understand that, I start to pay attention and I start to know myself. I start to look at every situation from every angle I was capable of. I observed if my SP was telling me something I didn't like, how do I react? What are my thought process with that behavior? How long do I stay on that reaction? How do I let the outside world shaping my emotional well-being? And when I really understand myself and I saw the way how I react on many situations, not only love life, it was financial as well as private life. In every situation, I started to watch and understand my own patterns and my own reactions. And from that point on, when I already know my mind, the way how I was functioning at that moment, I start to see how did I get to the point where I was at that time, and I start to see that where I want to be, my desire is totally different than what I have at that moment and that time, that place. And I knew that I have to change, because I had that huge desire that I just had that feeling inside of me that I worth more, I deserve more, I wanted more. So that was my very beginning many years ago, when I start to learn about law of attractions and then law of assumptions, I come and I start to be familiar with Neville Goddard work. I start to understand the concept of everyone is you pushed out and the mental diet. It's a key to understand everyone is you pushed out and the mental diet. That's why us over here in Create Your Future, we put so much focus on that, because those are keys to understand your manifestations and take responsibility for your own doings and start to create something what it really makes you happy. It's either in love life with a specific person, or your financial situation, or your private life in any other area you are not so happy about. My son that time, it was around 4 years old, and he was playing lots of games, Mario. That time he was huge on Mario, and I start to watch his game, and he's playing, and every single level he was finishing it, he started to achieve a higher outcome, and the more he was playing and the higher level he got, the more desired outcome came at the result he wanted to achieve, and finally he becomes a winner and he achieves what he wants. So I started putting together that, how about I start thinking about it, if life would be a video game, what do I have to do to become the winner of that game? And then first, you have to play the game. You have to actively play the game. You cannot just watch the game. You have to become the player. And then after, the second part I start to use, it was understanding that what do I want to create in that game, and the difference between reaction and creation. And this was a big one for me, because I already I knew myself and I know how I function. I start to observe that what are my reaction, as I told you before, to every single things that are happening with me. And I learned the huge difference between reacting and creating. And pay attention here, because I think this is it is a big one. It was a big one for me. In life, I don't think we ever gonna get to a point in our life, no matter how good we are, that we're not gonna have a circumstances that we are reacting to it. But the difference here is, how long will you stay in that reacting mood? Before I knew this, I would react to circumstances and I would ruminate on it, sometimes for weeks, maybe even months. When I understand this huge concept here, then you understand the rule of everyone is you pushed out. You understand what it's the mental diet. You start putting your focus on the creation, not on the reaction. You are doing the mental diet around that, around your creation, what you want to achieve, where you want to go. So yes, I am still reacting to this day. I do react, but the difference is right now how long do I stay in that reaction? I ask myself on the spot, okay, wait a minute. There is something what I don't want. It's an unwanted circumstances in my life right now. But I do understand exactly if I react and if I stay in that level of energy and that mental diet, it will create me more of the unwanted circumstances on that unwanted situation. So do I want to create an unwanted situation for myself, or do I want to create my desired outcome? In order for me to create the desired outcome, I cannot constantly react to the unwanted, because I understand where the focus goes, the energy goes. Where the energy goes, that will manifest. So the more attention I put on the reaction, the more I will create the unwanted. So why not knowledge what is the unwanted situation and start focusing on the wanted situation? And I start creating the wanted situation, because I don't want to get stuck on that unwanted situation. For me, I had that technique that I imagined two big baskets. In one of the baskets, I had all my old identity, what I created until that point and moment of time in my life. And I had another basket where I placed everything what I want to achieve. And when I got to this reacting mode, what I told you before, guys, sometimes I could stay for months on the unwanted situation. And now when I looked back, I am like, wow, how much more of that unwanted situation I created. It's absolutely mesmerizing me. It's amazing. But that was my creation. So going back to the basket, now I know that when I react to something, it's unpleasant. Okay, Andrea, that's the basket with the unwanted things. So let's leave it there. Yeah, it happened. I don't really need to understand how it happened. It's happening because probably I reacted to something longer than I should. But now I want to focus my attention on the basket where it sits all my desires, because I understand the difference. If I react for long enough on the unwanted, I will create more. So this is the creation. It comes in effect. I will focus and put my attention on the basket where I have my desire, and I will focus more on that than on the unwanted one. We have to understand that we have our subconscious mind, and our programming rides on the subconscious. So that's why we have to stay strictly on our mental diet, but not just like we talk about it, you watch this video, you feel pumped up, you understand the concept, yes, I'm gonna do it, and then half an hour later you will spend 23 hours or more, maybe 15 hours being conscious but not really conscious, because you go back in your old self and you let your mind running freely. And when you let your mind running freely like a wild horse, it's gonna go on the pattern they already know. So you have to be on top of it with your mental diet to pay focused attention on the basket of what you want. And the more you do that, more neural pathways in your brains are going to develop, and it's going to teach yourself to become a totally different person who is not going to stay and ruminate on the unwanted things. You will snap out of it in a second. It takes me now maybe a few seconds. Sometimes if it's a really deep thing, maybe an hour, max 2, but I put myself back on the track, on the desired outcome. That's why the basket works so much, so very well with my brain, because I go and I start looking into the basket. Okay, what is it what I want? Because where I am right now, it's not so pleasant. Yeah, so when you understand this concept, that you will be able to jump from level to level to level, just like my son played the Mario games, and in the end you will become a winner of your life. I don't want to make this video too much. I am very grateful for you and for your time, and you should be very grateful for yourself, taking your time for yourself and investing on yourself in developing this law of assumption concept and creation, becoming a creator of your own reality. It's really a very big gift you can give to yourself. I just want to give you an everyday life example. I had the time in my life when I had my specific person, and we were in no contact, as you guys who know me, you know that. And I created 2 third persons in the course of 9 years, when I didn't know any better. And it was for months I was ruminating on the unwanted circumstances, unknowingly that time, that I was calling my friends, I was telling them all what happened with me. And listen, this is again very important. Many times you will be right, but do you want to be right, or you want to be happy? Because when you go with your egoic mind to look for your righteousness, you will find it, but that doesn't mean it's in alignment with being right. It's not necessarily in alignment with your desire, because you want to be happy. You don't want to be right. You want to be relaxed. You want to be happy. For example, if you want money, you don't want the money because you want the money, you want the paper, you want to have the money. You want the feeling what it gives you, the money, the freedom, the freedom that you can choose, that you can do whatever it's pleasing. Then you can have everything what you desired. It gives you that immense feeling of happiness. That's why you want the money. You want your specific person, not physically the specific person you want it. You want the idea, what you created in your mind, what it gives you, the feelings by having him. Listen to this good. It's not the specific person you wanted. You created a story around the specific person, what you really want, and that's why you think they are so special. But as soon as you understand that you are putting them on the pedestal and they become more important for you with this story you create around, you understand that, okay, wait a minute, I am the one who's playing the game. I will tell you the rules. So no, that story I put around them, that I can be happy only with them. I can feel joy only when they are around me. I can feel safeness, security only if he is around. For us women, this feeling of security, I think it comes as a code inside of us. We always want to be protected, and always the men's are who were supposed to protect the women's. Please guys, don't go into the stories that right now we are living a totally different society and we women can take care of ourselves. That's not the subject I am touching in here. It's just the simple fact that we women always are wanting that protection, consciously or subconsciously. That's how it is. So when we met a guy, we create a story around them. If they are nice enough, if they are putting an effort for us, we create a story. Since we were a kid, we are creating that we are married and we're gonna have children, and this is how we grew up. So when we met a guy and he is nice enough, we start to attach stories with his personality that we are creating in our mind. It's not necessary they are creating the same thing, right? So when we understand that it's never the situation, what is happening, it's causing us the pain. Even Neville said that. It's never the situation, it's always the meaning we attach to that situation. So there is the specific person and we attach a meaning to his behaviors. In the beginning, we attach a meaning that, oh my God, this is so great and he is wonderful, and yes, that's how it is. But if we have insecurities and we start to have that little fear inside of us that, oh my God, everything is so great right now, what if something is happening, what if things are not gonna get the way how we want it, that little fear start to become more and more and more. If we don't catch it on time and we are focusing on the basket with the unwanted situation, and we are not jumping to the basket with the wanted situation, we will create more and we will attach unnecessary meaning to the guy, and many times he would not even do anything wrong, but we already have the story that, oh my God, if he's gonna say that, I'm gonna say that. I'm sure guys you are very familiar with this thought process. So as soon as you understand that you have to stop doing that, and you are the one who is creating the life of your dreams, you cannot attach unwanted meanings to the specific person as well. And once you already done it, because that was a question, okay, if I got my SP back, how am I going to say, or what am I going to say, or how am I going to behave when I have him back? This is an important question to understand about yourself. How insecure are you when it comes to you? Because a person, it doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man, if you know your worth and value, you know your desired outcome, you know the story you create around your desired outcome, would you have this question in your mind? What am I going to tell him? Or how am I going to behave, you will not do that. And you know why? Because you know that doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what you say. You are so loved and so cared for that anything what comes out of your mouth, any movement you do, it's gonna cause your specific person to be even so much more in love with you. This is key to understand how you are thinking so highly of yourself. You wouldn't have this kind of questions in your mind. What am I going to tell him? Because that's fear what makes you ask this, because subconsciously, just pay a little attention here, you are asking this because you fear that, oh my god, I'm gonna get him back, but what if I lose him again? This is your subconscious message when you ask this kind of questions. So I could go on and on and on with this, but it's very important, as I said, start playing the game, be an active player in your game, learn the difference between reaction and creation, and understand the fact that where your focus goes, your energy goes. We are manifesting, even if you believe it or not, constantly. So why not become a master in our life, become the main character in our own movie, and start to create a life, start to create a movie, start to create the video games, whatever pleases you more, and pay more focus on the basket where you have your desired dreams and every happiness. And believe me, I've been there. So I understand when you would say it's easy for me to say that because I have my specific person. But guys, I didn't have my specific person. I didn't have all the time stable financial situation. I was coming from a history of very traumatic events in my life, and I did it. So if I did it, believe me, every one of you can do it. I've been in your shoes. I know what I'm talking about. Once I heard that you cannot say you know something until you lived it through. So everything I talk in this channel, it happened with me. I went through this. I can tell you that I know, I've been there, I've done it. And what I gave you in this video, this little roadmap, it is, for me, it was a game change. I understand that. I understand that I don't want to react. I would rather create my life because I worth more. And one very, very big keys, it was that I was thinking that, oh, of course I deserve this, but look at me, I am perfect. I am such a good person. Of course I would accept everything and I deserved everything. But down there, subconsciously, I was pushing away everything what it was coming to me. Money was coming to me, I was pushing it away. And I didn't even realize it for a long time. This is what I do. When they wanted to shower me with gifts and, oh, no, I don't want it. I was pushing everything away. Love was coming to me, I was pushing it away. So it's really, really important to know yourself and to let yourself open to receive. Let it in, let it come to you, enjoy it. And if you are on that at that point where your SP doesn't talk to you at this moment, just understand that this is one reality. There is infinite other possibilities and realities. You don't have to create that reality that already exists. You just have to watch your mental diet, watch that everyone is you pushed out, meaning watch the people around you, watch your reaction, and change it and change it and change it, and keep changing it until you are receiving your desired life. Guys, it's really, we are going to half an hour. I was trying to keep it short. It doesn't come out like that because I am so enthusiastic about the topics, and I could talk for hours. I really intend for you to have a wonderful creation after this video. I really intend that you get all the information you need to start to create your wonderful, magnificent life, what you dreamed of. I thank you so much for your time and attention, and I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you, and bye for now.